Roger, it's our favorite time of year. It is the beginning of the Alexander County Christmas Parade. A lot of work has gone into the parade today, and we're looking forward to the parade. And I can see the police car and the ROTC are doing a great job coming down the street. Chad's up on his scaffolding getting ready to record the parade. And we've had some technical difficulties because we're out on the street. This is the first time we've ever been on the street, Roger.
We had it hooked up and it was working pretty good, and then all of a sudden it started buzzing so bad you couldn't hear it. I don't know what happened, whether something burned out. We had to reroute a line, but that's done, took care of.
It's all this electricity I got going. That's
probably
what it is.
You haven't missed anything of the parade. And Lisa, I'm not sure, is this what annual parade is this? Do you know?
I meant to ask Dwayne how many years the parade had been going on. It's been a long time. This has been as long as I can remember, that's for sure.
Well, that's about 50 years.
Well, that's right. 50 years, that's the truth. It won't be long till 50 years. And Roger, this is a big parade. It's one of the largest all around. We have one of the biggest parades in North Carolina, and there is so many floats in this. I think there is actually 14 commercial floats in the parade. There's 3 marching bands. Looking forward to that today, aren't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The police escort car is now coming on down the street almost to us here, and the ROTC, junior ROTC from Alexander Central High School is following them up, and they're a good looking bunch of kids.
They are.
Young men and women.
And let me tell you,
say.
They really learn a lot of skills in that.
Yeah.
You know, Mark Daniels' nephew is now
in the military.
In the military.
Yeah.
He's in the Navy, isn't he? And he has been gone from his family. Hopefully he'll get to come home at Christmas. I got to talk to him back on Veterans Day. He called the radio station and let us talk to him.
Well, here they are, the police escort in front.
What kind of car is that, Roger?
Now. That's a Dodge Charger, I believe. It has one of them Hemi engines.
Oh, that's so they can catch you when you're speeding and breaking the law.
Alexander County Parade has started. Taylorsville Parade, Alexander County Parade, all of them wrapped in one, I guess. They also have the Christmas tree, or the star lighting, I believe, in Bethlehem tonight, too. I believe that's going to take place about dark tonight. Good-looking bunch of young people there, men and women.
Man, there's
Gosh,
a bunch
there's a bunch of them. They must be, what, 150 or 200? We don't have the number, do we?
I'm telling you what, they look good today, for sure.
The color guard with the flags in front, and the rest of the men are following along behind. Great-looking bunch here. Look at there, boy. Look at that.
I am telling you, he looks good, doesn't he? He is marching, buddy.
He sure is.
Oh.
And behind them, we have a Roger Childress on an antique tractor. And you have the details of that. It's a 41 Ford tractor. That's older than I thought it was. The Roger Childress and I don't believe Nathan made it today, but it says 5-year-old Nathan was supposed to be with him. He didn't make it. 41 Ford tractor. I'd have guessed that a little bit newer, but.
Here comes the float,
Roger.
Roger.
Bridget Staffing is behind them in a float, a beautiful float.
And it's got the cheerleaders on it, looks like, Roger. Oh, no. Let's see. Okay, Roger, who is on this float?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Alexander Central Girls Golf Team.
Boy, they got some wild-looking pants on.
They don't even have a golf club, do they?
Yeah, and the staff of Bridget Staffing's on there. They got some wild pants. You won't miss them, Roger, for sure.
Bridget Staffing offers temporary and permanent staffing to fit your business needs.
Yeah, and look, coming here. I know this truck. That's Larry Yoder's pickup truck.
Wonder who's in that.
That's Larry Yoder. That's the commissioners. Hey there. There's Daryl. Oh, you got me good. I'm glad you got me. There's Berkey. Hey.
Larry Yoder.
Merry Christmas.
Darrell Robertson and Berkey Jennings is in that.
Alexander County Board of Commissioners. What
a
pretty
truck. I like that pickup, don't you?
I know it.
I don't know who that belongs to.
Okay, and then here comes the next one, Roger. What a pretty car, Roger.
That's Bill Lackey.
Hey, Bill.
That's a...
Oh, what a pretty red car, Roger. I am telling you what.
Well, now this paper says Chevrolet, but this is a Oldsmobile.
Okay, and there goes the Hickory Crawdads. Roger, Hickory Crawdads.
Yeah.
And?
The Hickory Crawdads. You've already read it. This next one is a 38 Chevrolet pickup. Jason Eckert driving that, Carson Eckert, Gina Eckert, Addison Eckert, Trenton Eckert, And William B. Eckert is in that truck.
Boy,
That's
it's a pretty
beautiful old
navy blue
truck,
color, isn't it?
1938 Chevrolet pickup. I probably rode in one like that sometime. Here's Steve White, Fallen Heroes.
Wow.
Fallen Heroes Ministry.
Oh, what a meaningful thing, Roger. Look at that.
Represent fallen soldiers
Has
in
the-
Iraq and Afghanistan. North Carolina soldiers that fought in Iraq and Afghanistan.
And Roger, today they're supposed to.
The truck is driven by Boyce Eckert, and it's a Dodge pickup. And it's donated by Steve White. I wonder if it really was donated or just being used today.
Probably being used. There's 139 people walking today, Roger, for the fallen heroes, and each one of them is carrying a poster of one of the fallen.
Well, Lisa, I would stand up, but I couldn't talk much if I had stood up right now. But we do want to salute all these folks that have given their lives for this country over in Afghanistan and Iran. It's a terrible thing to do, to lose fellow Americans and fellow Alexander Countyans and North Carolina, Linnians.
That is a bunch of people walking today. Just imagine those have all passed away, trying to make our country a better place and keep us safe.
193 people walking in this to salute our fallen heroes.
And the crowd is clapping for everyone coming through to recognize them. They're showing the names of each one of the people. Each person has a sign a poster around their neck with the picture of the person and what branch they were in and what year and month that they passed away in. And up comes a pretty Dodge truck. Roger, look at that. What church is
Dodge
this?
Ram, Friendship Lutheran Church. They have their float. I guess they have the smaller children on it. Don't tell on the paper we have.
But they got a big group, don't they?
Big group.
Oh, and they're
young
throwing
children.
candy and wishing everybody a Merry Christmas.
That big bunch looks like they could eat all that candy.
I know it. Hey, Merry Christmas. Oh, and Roger, here comes a beautiful, beautiful float. This is Mitchell Gold and Bob Williams' float.
Beautiful float of blue and gold and
got the snowmen on it. Yeah,
snowmen on
got
it.
really pretty snowmen.
Children, I guess, are from their daycare down at Hidden.
Looks like it. They're throwing candy. A lot of them got Santa Claus outfits on.
Beautiful
How
float.
cute. And here comes the ACHS varsity cheerleaders, Roger. Look at them. They look so pretty. They're pom-poms and smiling, having a big time. I love cheerleaders.
How many is in that group? 25, you reckon?
I think it looks about 18, probably.
Okay.
Most cheerleading groups. Oh, look, coming here. Here comes the group that I love.
Your favorite.
Oh, I know it. Okay, Roger.
Marching band. Alexander Central cheerleaders was in front of the marching band. Now the marching band's coming by. I'm going to quit talking and let you listen to the band. And that was the Alexander Central High School marching band.
Yeah, and I missed my kid.
Yeah, I know you did. I saw you got there a little late.
There is Tina and Tammy and Melissa. Let me tell you, they follow this band up everywhere they go. Melissa works for the Kirk of Courts office, and Tina, I think she works for, I'm thinking Carolina Orthopedic, but I'm not sure. And here is the ACHS van that they pull all their equipment in. This thing has covered a lot of territory, let me tell you, Roger. It has been on the road a lot.
Been on the road several times, I know it. About time to trade in and get a new one, probably.
I know it.
All right, the next one coming up is the Minority Awareness Club, and Miss MAC.
That's the MAC Club.
You're going to have to read Lily. I'm sorry about that.
Jimmy Martinez and Lily Zenvis. Oh, and look at there. That's the FFA, Roger, going through on a tractor. Look at there. And on that tractor, you need to read all these people, Roger.
All right, riding on the tractor is Cartna Klein, Abby Robinette, Ashley Durr, Alex Durr, Jay York, Edwin Chapman, Stephanie Brown, Anita Brown, Jenna Brixey, Jessica Glenn, and Riley Bowman. And in the Minority Awareness float was 1957 Chevrolet, 12 students and 1 advisor in that group. Okay. Murray Beth is the contact person. Okay. Murray Beth White.
And next is the Apple City Street Riders, and we just saw Roy come by. There goes Roy in his 1966 Chevrolet with Martha as the secretary. Roy's the president. And 1931 Packard, Jerry Ray Fox.
That is my car there. If I ever get rich, I'm going to see if he'll sell me that car. That's the most beautiful car I think I've ever seen.
I know, and I need the Street Riders to slow down just a little bit. I know they're listed, and they need to slow down.
The next one's a 39 Chevrolet sedan, Bill and Pat Fox. Go ahead.
1953 Oldsmobile convertible, and that is Sonny and Kay Pennell. Man, I like that red one, Roger. That
1939 Buick Coupe with Roger Matlock in that one. That's a beautiful car also.
And what is this? A
57 Chevrolet, Lisa.
Oh, that's pretty. And who's riding in that? Rick Daniels? Very good.
Rick Daniels.
And next should be a 1968 Camaro.
I believe they slowed down a little
I
bit,
needed
Lisa.
them to slow down. I'm telling you what. You keep things on.
1968 Camaro with J.R. Sharp driving that vehicle. These are all some beautiful vehicles.
They are.
Cars has always been pretty much
pretty
my
car.
thing, but I can't tell them apart anymore.
Okay, this is a Ford, Roger. This is a 1963 Ford Falcon. How pretty is that? Richard Starnes and Janie and Molly Starnes are riding.
The next one's a 1939
Ooh,
Chevrolet.
I love that color.
Greg and Lou Deal in that one. That's a beautiful car. I guess you'd call that an orange red, maybe.
Right. And then, what is that, Roger?
It's a 51 Chevrolet Deluxe with Weston Ferguson. I believe there was an add-on in that one.
Okay. And then the next one's a 1933 Dodge Coupe with Lee Oren. And is this a 1949 Chevrolet Coupe going next, Roger? The
Dean and Joyce Hoseclaw.
Mm-hmm.
1968 Mustang with Penny Eisenhower.
Right. And a 1969 Chevrolet, that's a Mustang.
Yeah, that one's out of place.
That's a 1968 Mustang. That's probably the one they added on, Roger.
That's all right, it may be.
Right there's the add-ons. Here they are. That was Tate Ferguson, number 10. Number 12 is the 1949 Coupe, changed to 1936 Oldsmobile with Dean and Joyce Holzcloth. And then we need to go down and do 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle, Matthew Ritchie and grandson. A 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air, Edwin and Sherry Dishman.
A 1988 Cadillac Limousine, Donnie and Pat Watt.
Oh, look at that little cute boy
Maybe
in that
come
car.
by and pick us up later today.
I might need to be picked up for sure.
That's a 1988. That's a beautiful car to be that old, isn't it?
I'm telling you, what a pretty car that is, Roger. That's a Caprice going there. Was that on the bottom of their list?
I didn't see it, but it's a 1968 Chevrolet. It's not on the list, but that's what it is. Our 66 Chevrolet, I'm sorry.
Well, we've got a break in the parade right now. And up next should be what, Roger?
Pace.
Okay.
Pace Home, at home, I guess. They are, let's see. Pace is a rental company. The rental company, I don't know.
And they're on a float, Roger. This is A beautiful float.
The program, PACE, this is home care, the program of all inclusive care for the elderly in the community based alternative to nursing home placement. The program provides support to families that desire to keep the nursing home eligible family members over 55 and at homes who they serve. Number of employees are 40. PACE employees is riding on the float with their families.
And here comes Danny Dyson, clerk of court.
Yeah, we can tell him, can't we? That's
Danny.
That's in a Chrysler. You marking the marks, are you?
I am.
I'll lay
I'm
my
just
pen
saying.
back down.
Okay. And this is the East Alexander Middle School cheerleaders.
East Alexander cheerleaders for football and basketball. They attend competitions. I can't. There's no way I can read everyone's on that list, Lisa. But there's
Not as fast
a
as
load
they're
of
going
them.
today.
East Alexander.
These people must be in a hurry to get done with this parade.
Wonder why?
I don't know.
You think
It's
they're afraid the snows are coming in?
I don't know, but the weather is looking a little bit like it's going to snow, maybe. Possibility.
I hope they miss it, but they are calling for ice and rain tonight about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I think.
That should be a
hope
lot
they
of
miss
fun tomorrow.
It should be. Wonder who's working tomorrow is what I want to know.
Well, I'm not really sure. Maybe D-Mac, maybe Lisa. Who
Maybe
really knows?
nobody.
Maybe. Oh, look, coming here.
Here comes Republic Services truck. This is a recycle truck. We are Waste and Recycle Hauling Division in Hickory, North Carolina. They also haul our garbage from here, too. They have 120 employees, and the driver of the truck today is Jeremy Bolick.
And here goes the Friends of the Library. There's Miss Mel on the back.
Now he's moving on with that one. Friends of the Library.
Are they in a race, a competition today to get this parade done? Honest to goodness. Chad didn't even hardly get the Friends on. They went zipping by before he could even get them on the camera. Okay, here comes the Brushy Mountain. No, Bethlehem. That's Bethlehem.
Bethlehem Crushers.
Yeah, Merry
Okay.
Christmas.
And that's the
9-10 soccer team.
Soccer team. The Bethlehem Crushers soccer and recreation team, number 1 team of the season. They have 10 players. They own a pickup. They own a trailer pulling by a pickup. Here's Minyard Plumbing float coming by, John Deere tractor with a float behind them. Residential and commercial plumbing, water heaters, sewer pipes. That's the kind of stuff they do. All kinds of plumbing work done. And the friends and family are riding on their float. Alexander 8 and under All-Stars, girls All-Stars. 2013 Western North Carolina State Champions, 8 and under girls softball team. And they're on being pulled by a Chevrolet Silverado pickup.
Man, that's a bunch of kids on there. Boy, they're having a good time, let me tell you. They've got some unusual hats on, Roger, let me tell you.
Truck driven by
Cutie pies.
Justin Childress.
Here comes a beautiful float today, Roger. It's got snowmen on it and snow. I believe this is a prediction of what it's getting ready to be.
Carolina Orthopedic, where I got my knee from, Lisa.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Beautiful float. Yeah, because I've been up and down the stairs enough today to wear it out. Beautiful float of silver and blue, and has a snowman and children on it. And that's got to be a Ford diesel, right? That one. Appalachian coal rollers. I believe they're burning coal. What do you think?
It kind of smells like it.
A group of diesel truck enthusiasts that host and help with events
Ooh,
and fundraisers.
look at that smoke a-boiling.
They have 10 diesel trucks in this parade today, and they're multiple licensed drivers. Well, I hope they're licensed.
I hope so, too. Do they burn coal, Roger?
No, I don't think they burn coal. I think it's diesel
They got them
fuel.
big old smokestacks.
I don't know how he's getting that smoke that much. I guess he's turned his injectors down or something.
I don't know. That is something.
Bunch of nice trucks there. I know that. There's one from Sig's Tire Centers, one of our fine sponsors. Come here, kids. Gosh, they scare me going out there.
Okay.
Thought we'd let you hear some of the diesels going by. You probably can't hear us talking anyway. That one's got a dog in it, Lisa.
It does. Cute as it can be. These are some big trucks.
I don't know where they have any Chevrolets. Yeah, I don't know where they have any Chevrolets or not. The Duramax runs a whole lot quieter. They probably don't let them in there.
Probably not. That's a big old Ram there.
That's a Dodge Ram. That's a nice truck.
Okay, up next, Roger, will be the West Alexander Middle School cheerleaders.
Then
I tell you what, my nerves can't hardly handle all that kind of fun.
yeah, West Middle School cheerleaders coming by us now on a flatbed trailer pulling by a Silverado pickup.
And their colors are red
well,
and
it says Dodge,
black.
but that's a Silverado. Person driving's Eric Mullerloo. You can hear them cheering a little bit as they go by there. Bunch of good-looking young folks there from West Alexander Middle School. I better get that right. They'll be after me, won't they?
They would. That is the homecoming queen, Mazzani, and that looks like the Kimberly Hager going there on that Corvette. Okay.
The next float we have coming by
Here's
is Serve
Pro.
Pro. And that's a beautiful float of white and
Red
silver
candy
and
canes.
red.
Oh, look at those candy canes.
On the float. Servco fire and water cleanup folks.
Oh, it's the B-86 crew.
Employees.
Oh, you should recognize that group.
I believe that's a first.
Is that a first?
That's a first.
I've never seen them in that.
No, never have.
They're having a good time.
On the Serve Pro float was the employees and families of the company. Beautiful float. And then the WACB float coming along behind that. They're being pulled by some kind of four-wheeler, Lisa. I'm not familiar with that. Kubota, I guess, but I really don't know.
That's what it is.
Oh, okay. I couldn't figure out what you'd hand me. Angie and Chatham and Son Trace is driving the Kubota four-wheeler, pulling the Alpha City Broadcasting crew, and we appreciate them very much doing that.
And that's
then
Coy
we have
Reese.
Mr. Coy Reese behind them in a John Deere tractor.
A 1959 John Deere row crop diesel. Mm-hmm.
And Wanda Reese is driving a John Deere Gator.
Well, I don't see Wanda.
I believe she got out somewhere, didn't she?
I know. Did you know they start out?
They're Farm Century.
In
a family of 100 years. They have 100. The family's been farming for 100 years. Jersey cow.
They start out with one cow, one Jersey, and now they have 300.
They have 300 milk. 125 cows 2 times a day, 365 days a year.
There's the veterans of Farm Wars.
And the VFW float, I guess
there's
this is
Ginger Annis. I see Ginger on there.
VFW float 5466, Veterans of Foreign Wars. They promote issues pertaining to the veterans and support programs for patriotic events. And then we have the Marine Corps, Catawba Valley Marine Corps League coming along behind that.
That's a detachment. Man, that is one big, long trailer, Roger.
Tractor and trailer driven by Don Smith. No, Mike Mooney, I'm sorry. Contact person's Don Smith. Well, Lisa, I think the temperature is dropping just a little bit. What do you think?
It is pretty nippy out here now, but we're moving right along. We somehow or another did not see the Sons of Confederates, so maybe they'll be coming here in a few minutes.
Rocky Face Baptist Church coming up next, I believe. I see the cross. I hope that's what it is.
All right.
If it's not, we're reading the wrong one. Ford truck, gooseneck trailer, driven by Kevin Barnes. And the people from the congregation is on the truck, I guess. What they're doing.
How cute
nice
they are. Look at that.
There.
They are having such a good time. What a big day for them. That is a really pretty trailer.
Saying on there, John 3:16, for God so loved the world.
That is a good one.
On it.
That's right. That's a good thing. And they worked hard on that float. They've got hay and a beautiful cross. They've got the manger scene. They've got a big group on that. About 20 people on that trailer. You know that, Roger?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it a bit. Probably 30.
You know, I'm beginning to wonder if this parade has turned into some like road race, some kind of competition, because we are running like they do during marathons. I'm wondering if Chad's going to have to chop off his little thing and start running to chase the parade down to be able to get it on the air.
All right, what do we got here? Frog
tape. Man, I love Sure tape.
All right, Sure tape. Yeah, we need some.
We need some frog. They got frog tape now. It keeps paint off.
What is frog tape? Oh, that's for painting, right?
That's
frog
right.
Tape.
That's a good thing.
Sure Tape Technologies make various types of tape for the consumer and industrial markets. Pickup truck, Dodge Ram, and it's decorated up like a frog tape commercial on it. I guess that's what it does, advertise frog tape. Beautiful truck anyway.
And you know that frog tape works really well. I painted some windows, and Roger, it did a good job. Real good job.
Ed Houlihan and family are in the truck. Oh, it does a wonderful job.
Okay, who's coming next, Roger?
Ellendale, one of my favorite people.
Who is
All
it?
my favorite people, whatever, from the Ellendale community. Pee-wee football cheerleaders, football team and cheerleaders.
Aren't they cute in their red
Yeah.
jerseys, and the little cheerleaders in their red and white? They got their Santa hats on. Hey, girls, how cute you are.
They have Ellendale Tigers football and cheerleading
And
team
they were
on there.
undefeated, Roger, 10-0. Wow. That's pretty impressive. And here comes a beautiful float. It's the Energy United float. And what a pretty float it is with the breeze on it. And this is who on the float? The employees, Roger?
It don't tell, Lisa. I guess employees and their families probably on it.
Yes, that's who it is.
And it's a beautiful float. It's gold and red and green.
Hey!
Beautiful float.
And up next is our sheriff.
Sheriff Chris Bowman
That's
coming
right.
up next.
What a pretty...
Well, he's riding in a patrol car today. You can't see him.
Is he in a patrol car?
Sheriff's deputy car, yeah.
All right.
I guess that's him.
No, that's Tony Jones.
No, he's not in there.
No, that's Tony.
Todd Jones.
That's Todd, yeah.
Where's the sheriff, boys?
Oh, right there's the sheriff. Here comes the
Oh,
sheriff.
here he comes. You had me one ahead here.
No,
That was his escort. Wonder why he needs an escort.
he might need an escort. There is the sheriff. He's in a truck. Hey there, hey.
Dodge
What a
Tacoma.
pretty truck that is.
Toyota Tacoma. Is that a Toyota?
It is a Toyota.
Okay.
And look at their little Merry Christmas sign. It's all got lights on it. It's so pretty, Roger. I'm telling you what. Sheriff
The
is
lights
throwing
in
out a
front of
bunch of candy today, let me tell you.
The lights in front of that thing's what I don't like to see behind me.
Oh, not
Those
good,
blue
but I
lights
like it when
coming.
they're coming to help me, that's for sure.
All right, we have the special response team float, or the vehicle coming up next. Specialized response for law enforcement emergencies, barricaded subjects, hostage situation, the high-rise warrant service. So it's 16 officers in the ACSO special response team. Some of this I'm having trouble reading. And the captain is Chad Pennell, one of my neighbors from up in Ellendale. It's
Now-
a specially outfitted delivery truck, custom graphics by CVCC Graphic Designs. Wrapped this truck with the design. It's a beautiful truck,
It is a
and
pretty
it gets
truck.
the job done.
It does.
That's
Paid
Chad,
for by drug
Chad-
dealers. You
yeah,
see that?
Paid for, that's the best part of it,
That
Lisa.
is the
Paid
best
for
part
by
of
drug dealers. Chad Pennell, Lieutenant Jason Moore, and various members of the FSR
Man,
team are on there.
there goes the candy. They are throwing out the candy today, let me tell you. Oh, and
They've got
look
a
at all
big
them
enough
cute
box
little
to carry it
kids
in.
out in the street. How cute that is. Now, the car that Todd Jones was in, now it's what kind?
It's a patrol car.
Is it a patrol
yeah,
car?
It's a Dodge Charger patrol car.
That is a pretty car, Roger.
Oh yeah, that's what all the law enforcement people are driving these days. Those Dodge Chargers, fastest thing on the road, I guess. Next to my son's Mustang.
I bet. Okay, let's keep up with. I tell you, Roger, the weather is really changing. We've
don't-
gone from delightful, beautiful, sunny weather to it is cloudy and cold, and the wind is blowing.
I wouldn't doubt the temperature hadn't dropped.
I bet you 10 degrees.
5
Roger.
degrees.
It's
Well, at
cold
least-
out here.
At least that probably. I don't know.
And this,
It's a lot colder.
is Dare coming up? No, this is some.
This is a surf. This is the Dare vehicle. This is not the Dare vehicle.
No, this is a crime scene unit.
Okay. Crime scene unit.
The crime scene unit's got a really cute, adorable child driving. I'm telling you what.
She don't look too criminal, does
She
she?
looks like she's not a criminal, that's for sure. How cute she is.
Alexander County Sheriff's Department vehicle going by us now. I don't know what to do with that one. Carry their equipment in when they go out on a SWAT team mission, I guess. I don't know. Part of it anyway.
Well, maybe they, there's so much that goes into securing a crime scene and
Oh,
getting the
yeah.
right evidence. And I guess probably they put a lot of that evidence in that
It
unit.
didn't have that marked on the paperwork I had, but it is the crime scene unit's what it is. I'm getting so cold, can't talk now. What do we got now?
The Explorers, I heard. Well,
Alexander County Sheriff's Explorers. They're on a float pulling by a Massey Ferguson tractor. That's the Dare team there, Lisa. That's the Dare and the Crime Stoppers float. Flatbed trailer pulling by Massey Ferguson tractor.
Okay.
Now here comes the Explorers group,
okay.
Post 273. Deputy Rick Lale is
hey, Rick. Merry
the
Christmas.
advisor in that group. Alexander County Sheriff's Explorers, Post 273. And who we have coming up next, Lisa?
The West Ardle FFA. From West Ardle. That's impressive. You know that, Roger?
Student Ag-related activities. FFA from Ardle County,
Wow.
West Ardle. And it's Ford pickup pulling a trailer. Person driving the vehicle is Austin Morrison. And Isabel Ray, Garrett Deal, Nick Woodring, Keshawn Morrison, Carissa Moose, and Sophia, and I'm not sure of the last name, and Jamie Freeze is on that float. Now, I bet they're about to freeze now. That air blowing like it is.
It is cold, I am telling you.
Moving forward, too.
And this parade is in a hurry. They must know there is some bad weather or something coming.
Next float coming up is the Early Head Start float.
And they're bringing a banner up, Roger. You see
A
that?
bus coming through.
On there walking the route. How cute.
They have free service from children birth to 3-year-old, child care, home visiting, play groups. They have 12 employees with 65 families. Donna Bumgarner is the contact person.
Kelly says it's 50 degrees.
50 degrees.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, that's, 5 less than it was when we started? I forgot now. Anyway, the Early Head Start group's coming by us now. And then the Head Start vehicle's coming by. I guess that'd be called a minibus of some type.
Yeah, that's really cute. Painted up adorable.
Somebody done a lot of drawing on that,
They
didn't they?
did.
Who's the group we have now? The Alexander County government. We don't have a lot of information on those folks, do we? Alexander
Oh, that
County
looks like the
government
cast
float
of
has all the
Scrooge.
folks are
It's
riding
the
on
cast
there.
of Scrooge, I would say.
Yeah,
Which
beautiful.
is being played tonight. Be sure and get your tickets.
Beautiful.
Starts at 7 o'clock, and then tomorrow afternoon they have a matinee at 3, Roger.
Beautiful float going there. It's gold and white and blue.
With stars on it. It
And
is
then we
so
have
pretty.
The Oasis Shrine Band. I hope they're going to play a little. Come on, fellas. Play some music. Come on. Well, I don't believe they're going to play.
Yeah, they are. There.
The Oasis Band for more. There's Doug Tigg. That's the Oasis Shriner Band from Charlotte, North Carolina. I think about 2/3 of them from Alexander County look to me like on that one. But you know, those folks are wonderful people. They spend an awful lot of time fundraising and so on for the shrines so they can help children, making music and helping children to walk. That's their goal. And other things too,
And
also.
there goes Miss Donna's School of Dance. Don't they look pretty in their blue outfits?
They sure do.
And there goes Miss Catherine. I know Catherine in one of those. She's in the back there. And they're walking on. And Miss Donna Harrington is their teacher.
Okay. Senior dancers perform the Kick It challenge to promote health and fitness and support and the arts. And that's Miss Donna's School of Music. School of Dance, School of Dance. And here comes her pickup. Merry Christmas from Miss Donna's Dance School.
Mm-hmm. And who always part of her team there, Roger? You want to read the names right quick?
Well, I can since we have a little break in
They're
the
getting
thing.
ready to do their dance. See, look.
Donna Harrington, Ashley Watts, Nicole Miller, Michaela Miller, Olivia Passmore, Kathy Stein, Adele Dellinger, Catherine Johnson, Tanner Harrington, Cecilia Tatt, Emily Mayer, Cara Kenner, and Jasmine Desert. The folks in this group, I think. I hope it is anyway. I hope I read the right list. You can hear a little bit of their music in the background.
Big smiles on their faces, Roger. They are having such a good time. They look like the Rockettes right now. They're doing the high kicks. Let me tell you how cute they are. They've got real pretty black outfits with the kind of turquoise blue.
That may warm them up a little, dancing a little, you reckon?
I'm telling you, it's pretty cold, but after you walk this whole distance,
it's
what
cold
a good
out
job they did. Merry Christmas to Miss Donna's School of Dance. They did a wonderful job just then. They're coming through.
Next one coming is Grayson Lale, the NCHS state champion, 2013, and in second place in 1923. Let me see here. Grayson Lale, NCHS champions. They have the race team. Twin brother Cole Lale finished runner-up, first and second. A good year for him. And thanks. Well, okay. That's about all I can tell you. It's Grayson Lale, NCHS HSA state champion.
There's the Democrat Party.
County Democratic Party, driving a beautiful, I thought he was trying to hit me there, Lisa. Driving a 1946 Chevrolet pickup. And then we have driven by Larry Price. McCormick Farmall Tractor. This is Foothills Antique Power Tractor Organization Association. And you can't hardly hear me, I know, for that loud. That's a big one there, Lisa. I bet that's a tractor pull competition tractor. There goes a nice old John Deere tractor. I don't believe we don't have. And then we have the old Ford pickup wagon. And then we have Garrett's Church riding on the 6-foot high bicycle. He's an 11th grader at Alexander Central High School. He built the bike last year and it's 6 feet tall. Shell Brothers oil truck coming up next. One of our sponsors. We appreciate them very much being a sponsor of ours.
We're being showered with candy too, Roger.
About to hit me there. They deliver fuel, oil, and kerosene throughout Alexander County and surrounding counties. And contact person's Betty Daniels. It's a 2000 International oil truck driven by Brian Lackey. We have another beautiful float coming up. This is Bojangles' float.
And this has got the poinsettias on it, Roger.
We went by their drive-through on the way up here today.
I tell you what, I was wondering if they was going to throw out a piece of chicken out of that box.
They could throw a ham biscuit or something, couldn't they?
I'm telling you what a beautiful float that is with the red poinsettias. And
person riding on the float is Merlin McDowell, Nikki Gooch, Paige Tart, and Chris Cox. I hope I got that name right. I'm not so sure about it. Beautiful float of white and red and gold, Bojangles. Ron Tucker's coming next on a horseless buggy. Ron Tucker horseless buggy builds clocks and works on them, builds wood trains, toy trucks, and custom furniture. That's Ron Tucker. Says he'd like to be the next, I believe he says he'd like to be the next Michael Tigg. That is Michael Tigg driving that one there. I don't know what he's talking about there. That's Michael driving it.
And up comes the Hidnight JV cheerleaders. Oh, they've made their float. Roger, is that not pretty? That is such a pretty float. They have done a good job. That blue, look at that white Christmas tree with the blue pom-poms on it. And all the cheerleaders are dressed in their blue and white. and throwing candy. They've got pink pom-poms.
They have 12 cheerleaders and 3 coaches on a white Ford F-150 pickup driven by Michael Morrison. That's the Midnight Junior Varsity Cheerleaders. The town of Taylorsville fire truck, and I believe David Odom, town manager, is driving that one. Ronnie Robinette on the truck, and the mayor, and I guess 2 other board members of the town council.
Christmas. They're riding on an old fire truck, Roger. Here is the Tales of Presbyterian Church Youth.
Taylorsville Presbyterian Church. Working our community to serve Christ while having fun. 160 church members. And Taylorsville Presbyterian Youth Group and Junior Youth Groups on the float, I believe.
And here is 1, 2, 3, Go Play AC. This is the healthy program that they're doing. See, they've got somebody dressed up in grapes, one's in peas, one's in carrots. Is that an apple, Roger?
The Alexander County Physical Fitness and Nutrition Coalition is a volunteer organization designed to create healthy and fit Alexander County children.
Hey, and there's a blueberry. You see the blueberry?
Yeah, they have 30 members. Look at the red apple up there.
I'm telling you what, they are absolutely adorable. Merry Christmas, guys.
Face cream on it.
I'm telling you, very, very pretty float. And the float is red and white. It has the gold candles on it.
The next one's Wayside Baptist Church float, Dodge pickup. Wayside Baptist Church, they have a flatbed trailer with children riding it, church members.
That's Mark Sharp driving it. What was that?
Mark Sharp driving the truck.
What was that?
The Wayside Baptist Church spreading the gospel, spreading God's word.
Oh, I tell you what. Here comes a beautiful car, Roger. Look at this
1965, I believe it is. Galaxy 500.
Is that
driven
original
by Brian
color?
Termeyer. Well, I'm not sure about that, Lisa.
Man, look at this.
Brian Termeyer, Sylvia Termeyer, Cameron, and Ashlyn Termeyer.
Lake
Personal
Norman Fire Department. Look at that.
This is Alexander Fast Pitch. That fire truck supports breast cancer, Lisa, the pink fire truck. And that's Alexander Fast Pitch ball team on the vehicle. Beautiful vehicle.
That is an Ardle fire truck, Roger. You see that?
It was an Ardle fire truck, Lisa,
Yeah.
but it's the breast cancer truck.
And there goes Wittenberg.
Wittenberg Fire Department fire truck number. I don't see the number. I missed it.
And here comes Sugarloaf. I can tell that from what I can hear.
Sugarloaf Fire Department Unit 365 there. Beautiful fire truck.
And here comes my favorite fire truck.
Midnight. You like the yellow, do you?
I like the yellow. That and Tower 1 are my favorites for sure, but this one comes to my rescue, okay?
Midnight Fire Department has two trucks in the parade today. That's truck number 351, and then they have their brush wagon, I think, behind
And I know the driver of that one. That's Scott Mitchell. Hey, Scott.
Number 357.
Tina's in there.
Volunteer Fire
Hey, how are y'all? Merry Christmas.
And then we have some four-wheelers behind them.
That's the rescue squad, Roger.
That's the rescue squad.
We might need the rescue squad after the day we've had.
I need rescuing now.
I know it.
Somebody come and take my place. There's 40 volunteer members of the rescue squad group. Captain Terry Fox. 2013 Chevrolet 250 HD truck totally donated by E.R. Compter Foundation. Pulling 2012 boat donated by Carolina Skiff. That was mighty nice of those folks.
Merry Christmas.
Bethlehem Fire Department.
Merry Christmas. And that's the Bethlehem Fire Department. Man, they're loud.
Bethlehem Fire Department, number 325, Rescue 327, and boat 329.
Oh, that boat is really unique.
Bethlehem Fire Department.
I love that boat. It is so pretty.
Bethlehem firemen, along with the family members and friends, are riding on the boats and so on. The fire trucks, the boat. And we have next Stony Point Fire Department coming up, number 347.
Stony Point's got a truck and a truck.
Ladies Auxiliary Special Unit there with first responders.
What a
Engine
pretty
340,
truck.
Tanker 343. Chad
That's a great
Cockrell.
place for the kids to ride.
It has the Stony Point varsity cheerleaders on engine 340. There's Ellendale 311. That's from up my neck of the woods. Ellendale Fire Department and the brush wagon coming up behind it. Unit number 314. You can hear them. You can hear them.
You can hear them coming for sure.
Yeah.
Here is Tower 1. This is my favorite, Roger.
Here's
buddy.
the Alexander Central fire truck.
Yeah.
Taylorsville, right here in Taylorsville. Engine 303. Tire 1.
You know, that looks like Willie from Duck Dynasty on top of that.
Yeah.
Man, he's doing kind of a juggling act. I hope he don't hit that light fixture
That's
here
the
in a
one we
minute.
need to wash the windows with, Lisa.
I know it. I love this fire truck, Roger. That is one nice fire truck.
It sure is.
Oh, I'm telling you what. I don't know how that guy is riding up there like that.
Oh,
It's like he's up there surfing.
he falls,
that
he's into it, that's all I can tell you.
fire. This is a Tellsville fire.
Here's another Taylorsville fire truck, engine 303, coming by.
Woo! They took a sudden stop there.
If that guy had been on top of that, he may be down the street.
He
now.
might have been down here with us, mightn't he?
He might do it.
He looked like the guy from Duck Dynasty to me.
It probably was. That was probably
Willie.
Willie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I bet Willie's up here today. There's a Vashti Fire
They're
Department
throwing
truck.
candy at the fire
That's
truck.
their brush wagon, number 373 and number 374 coming by. And 375 looks like. That's a nice older model truck there. I don't know what model that is, but I imagine it's an older model truck. Here's the Taylorsville Church of God float, one of our, I believe that's Johnny Schuler's truck, right?
It is. It is Johnny Schuler's church.
They have 10 members riding on the float today from Taylorsville Church of God. And I believe they're getting ready, those folks getting ready to build a new church down on Highway 16 one of these days.
Oh, and this
South
is a
town.
beautiful float. Look at this, Roger.
This is Catawba Valley Community College float.
And
Beautiful.
Martin and Starnes.
And Martin and Starnes float.
Now, who all's riding on
Vicki
it?
Vinson.
There's Christina.
Instructor.
Hey, Christina.
Brandy Tucker, instructor,
Merry
and all their
Christmas,
students.
guys.
Have them and their students on that float, Lisa.
Marching.
Beautiful green, white, and the gold float.
Oh, what a pretty
With wreaths
Corvette,
on it.
Roger. This is the Foothills
Yeah.
Corvette.
Yeah, Foothills Corvette Club. That's Alan Eisenhower right there, I guarantee you. That's a beautiful car he's got there. I hadn't seen one of those. That's a T-top. You take the tops off.
There goes Miss Ben Hines.
Yeah.
That's a pretty red
Margie
Corvette.
Hines. See, it says Margie's Toy on the back of
Does
it.
it say Margie's Toy on the back?
And another beautiful Corvette going by. I don't think they give us the name of all the drivers of the Corvettes, did they, Lisa?
I don't think so.
We have what? Yeah, there's Betty Lovett and
Hey,
Ray Lovett.
Betty.
They're driving their
What a pretty
Corvette.
car.
That's a beautiful car there. I keep hoping they'll take me a ride in that thing someday, but
They're
I
not
don't
gonna
believe
ever
they're
let
going
you
to.
in that car.
I don't think they will either.
That's a beautiful convertible. Woo, look
Another
at this.
white Corvette coming along behind. I didn't
Oh.
notice who was driving that.
This
Lisa.
one is pretty and new too, Roger. Look
Yeah,
at that.
beautiful cars.
Oh, what a
I saw that one of those on
Oh.
something for sale the other day, a new one, about, I forgot what, $90,000 or something. Lisa.
that blue one's really styling and profiling that convertible there. That's a T-top.
That says that's Ms. Libby. I don't know of Miss Libby. Oh, he's gonna. Another beautiful Corvette DNZ tie. I don't know. Another beautiful Corvette coming by. That's a white one. I wish I could tell them the years, but I don't know the years of them. There's a Dream 6 going there. Beautiful orange color, dark orange
Oh,
color
look at
Corvette.
that one, Roger.
That's Alex's toy there, Lisa.
A
Beautiful
lot of these
red
must
Corvette.
be toys. You know that.
And here
Oh,
comes Ben Hines bringing up the rear of the Corvette Club, Register of Deeds, and the president of the Foothills Corvette Club. How about that? He's the president
He's the
this year. I
president
didn't know
this year.
that. Just saw that. 1964 Ford convertible, Benz riding in, driven by Mr. Grady Jolly.
What a pretty float this is, Roger. It's got the candy canes, the Christmas trees, and everything you could possibly want on this.
This is the Paragon film float. Don't have a lot of information on it. It's a beautiful gold, red, and white float.
I'm sure that's the employees.
The employees and some of the children on there, I assume.
And here comes Sulphur Springs Baptist Church, Roger. They have a puppet program.
They have.
And I see the puppet on top.
Yeah, I do. Puppet
Is that
ministry. And the Sulphur Springs Baptist Church, they're on a flatbed float. Unwrap the magic of Christmas, sunshine puppets. And Sulphur Springs Baptist Church have some of the members and children of the church on the float.
And Roger, up comes next is Stony Point Baptist Church.
I was hoping they had us a present on there, Lisa. They had presents on it, but they didn't offer us one.
I know it.
And then Stony Point Baptist Church is coming in behind them. Stony Point.
And I see Pastor Phil Addison on the top of that one.
Stony Point Baptist Church, Firm Foundation Martial Arts group, Kicks for Christ. Church ministry and martial arts classes, including short box. I don't know what that is. 12 volunteers, 75 students in that group.
There's the Lions Club. Hey, Lisa and Tim are on there. They're driving the Lions Club through.
Lisa Jones driving the Taylorville Lions Club truck. Alexander County Union Baptist, happy birthday. That's Liberty Grove Baptist Church vehicle.
Oh, and I love that purple on their
Alexander
float,
County
on their trailer
Union,
they've got.
Happy birthday.
How pretty.
Happy birthday, Jesus. Youth Fellowship in Jesus Christ, a new outlook of 2014. That's the...
And Roger, here comes another one of our bands. This is the West Caldwell Marching Band. This is our ROTC in front. Hopefully they'll stop and let us hear them.
We're going to let you hear the band here just a little bit as they come by. West Caldwell Marching Band. The Warriors. And that was the West Caldwell Marching Band. Nice group of young people there. We could play like that. We could be on radio, Lisa.
That's Mr. Stafford's son that is the director of that band. Mr. Stafford.
Yeah, I knew that, but I forgot it. Don't have it on my paperwork here either. Here's a 2013 state champions fast
here
pitch
comes
ball,
our girls
Alexander
now, let me
Central. Engel and Son landscaping truck with all the flatbed with all the Alexander County fast pitch folks on that one.
Oh. Man, that's a bunch of people on that, and what a beautiful, look at that cougar float. That trailer has got cougars gigantic on it. That's a
nice float. Somebody put a lot of time into
that.
Somebody
did make some time in that. The 2013 state champions, man, what a beautiful float. And they all have their little Santa hats on.
Wes Engel driving the truck for the state champions there. And here's the junior varsity CHS cheerleading group.
And they're sponsored by one of our sponsors, Doggy Days Pet Grooming. And
Simplicity Days Spa, Doggy Days, Pet Grooming, and the Benfield Agency. That's Benfield Insurance, another one of our sponsors, and Mays Meats. You know, about every one of those are our sponsors. We appreciate that very much. They have a beautiful float and have the Alexander Central junior cheerleaders on the float. Brushy Mountain Shriners are coming up next.
And is this?
I see them coming. Paul Goodnight.
You see here? Oh, that's the Hillbillies coming,
that's
Roger.
The Hillbilly trucks. The Brushy Mountain Shriners organization coming up. You got them?
Am I handing you just one there, Roger?
Oh, yeah. There's two here, I believe.
Okay. Well, it's gotten so cold I had to put my gloves on.
I can't get it apart.
I'm telling you
my
what.
hand's cold. I can't get it apart.
How How cute.
That's the hillbilly unit from the Shriners.
I took some work to make it look like that, let me tell you.
Got his arm caught in the door there.
This is the hillbillies for sure.
Shriners Hillbillies.
Uh-huh.
Look at that one. Says NUR Temple, Wilmington, Delaware. You reckon they come all the way from Wilmington, Delaware?
Oh, look at them giant fish tied to that thing, Roger. I've never seen anything
They've
to
been
beat it.
catching some fish.
And that chicken, poor old chicken, they caught some big old fish on that one.
Oasis Hillbillies, we ride for children.
Oh, look at the gators, Roger. Are they not cute?
That's the Shriners Gators, Lisa. The gators in action.
And it really is a gator. It looks like an alligator.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Why do you think it's opening its mouth?
It's like it's eating the driver.
Riding. That's his mouth chomping on them.
That is absolutely adorable, Roger. That is the cutest thing. And it goes up and down.
The Gator Patrol.
The Gator Patrol.
And the back one says Merry Christmas on the front of it. Another gator. See, how many are there of those? There's 6 of them, right? And then we have coming up next
Is
the
Mark
Mark Hollow.
Representative Mark Hollow. Hey, Mark. Merry Christmas.
Mark Hollow, and I guess his family in the
And this is Cloninger Ford.
Taurus.
And on that
NC representative
is the
Mark
Bethlehem
Hollow.
Eagles cheerleaders, Rogers. Aren't they cute?
Cloninger Ford, another one of our great sponsors, Lisa. That's the Bethlehem Eagles cheerleaders.
Hey, and Roger, I got
They're
the whole
good-looking
list.
bunch of
You
kids.
want to pull that list off of there?
Oh, my goodness. They didn't want us to read all that, did
Well, you can attempt it. How about that? You can talk quickly because
Cheryl
next you got
Bullock.
another float coming.
they? Alexis Brewster, Micaiah Brewster, Abby Buchanan, Anna Buchanan, Paige Dooley, Summer Duncan, Ava Frazier, Emily Haas, Kayla McKenna, Zoe, Emily, Madison, Abby, Ayla,
All right,
Karen,
we're gonna have to move on
Cassidy.
now.
I've got to move on.
You gotta-
Madison. I got part of them. Walmart float coming up.
I'm
My
telling you
mouth's
what,
not working right, Lisa.
that is a pretty float, Roger, from Walmart. That green and gold and white Christmas trees is so pretty, honestly.
Beautiful float. Have some employees and their children on the float.
What in the world is coming next, Roger?
I don't know, Lisa. Tom's, what is that? Glory Express.
Oh,
Mount
he's got his
Nebo
train
Baptist
a-comin',
Church.
buddy. Oh, and it's a train. Look at it, Roger. They've got the front of this truck looking like a train.
That's Mount.
Look.
Yes, I see it. Mount Nebo Glory Express. That's where the train comes in, Lisa. You can hear him blowing.
Cute.
That float took some time too.
I am telling you what. How
Mount Nebo
pretty that
Baptist
is.
Church. Reverend Brian Eads is the pastor. Baptist Church. Their church is located on the Old Mountain Road. And they serve people
Merry
from
Christmas.
Alexander and Iredell
Hey.
counties. Tommy
What a
Tharp
pretty
is
thing.
driving the vehicle.
I just can't get over that, Roger. That is so unusual. They have worked so hard on that train.
And their church coming up behind them is church group. That's all Mount Nebo. Mount Nebo Baptist Church. I have about half the congregation, I guess, walking there, Lisa.
It looks like it. They have a
That's-
big congregation there, Roger.
They do.
They do.
Jeannie
Look at this
Wilson and
little
family on the
pony.
horses.
Oh my
Jeannie
goodness.
Wilson and family.
And they're all
horse-
dressed up like elves, Roger.
Horses' names are Ben, Boomer, and Cheyenne. They're dressed as elves. And the pony right behind them, the little pony's name is Sparky.
Well, Sparky's doing a good job in the parade.
He's
You
keeping
see
up
that?
with them old big horses.
Look at this little.
Here's the Little Creek Farm. These are Spanish goats, and that's being pulled by a miniature donkey.
Oh, look, coming here, Roger. Here comes Santa Claus.
This
Wow.
is the end of the parade, Lisa.
It
We're
is
at
the end of the parade.
Here comes old Santa Claus, Alexander County Government float. Lenny
There's
Rogers
Lenny
on
Rogers
the float.
on there. There's Mrs. Claus.
And there's
Dwayne
Mr.
said
and
that he
Mrs.
thought
Santa
Mrs.
Claus
Claus
up
might
on
come.
You'll break us, Lenny.
How cute. Santa Claus, I've been really good this year. I have. I need lots.
Cold as I am, it'll probably break it.
Probably.
Merry Christmas.
What a
And
good
that's
job.
gonna be about to the end
There
of the
goes
float.
Dwayne's
Yeah.
on the other side. Yeah, I see Dwayne.
Please.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you couldn't see Dwayne. He's over on the other side.
I
and
can
didn't
see his
him
white
over there.
hair. Oh, I got a Milky Way. Look at here. And here is the police department bringing up the back of it.
This is bringing up
Hey
the rear.
guys, thank you for your hard work.
And
Well,
Lisa,
Roger.
that's about going to conclude the parade today.
It is. We want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Thank everybody for tuning in today to the parade. Hope you have a good Christmas and a very happy New Year.
We certainly do. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Chad.
We'll see you next year.
Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.